Please welcome Shishir sir. I now request our gathering to take their respective seats. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable dignitaries, eminent speakers, fellow faculty members, and my dear students. I, Ayushi Kansal, PGDM batch 2021-23, feel extremely delighted to have you all here to embark on the journey of success. We are happy to announce the 11 days of orientation cum induction program, Prarambh, for the new batch PGDM 2022-24, organized by Jaipuria School of Business. Today, we are fortunate to be joined by a galaxy of luminaries. A big round of applause for all the August gatherings. Om Saraswati Maya Drishta Veena Pustak Dharini Hans Vahini Samyukta Ma Vidya Danam Karutume. Om. Now we will have our traditional auspicious lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Ma Saraswati. Please rise for lamp lighting. I request our respected dignitaries to please come forward for igniting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. Reciprocation. I now request all the dignitaries to take their seats. May I now request our honorable May I now request our Honorable Chairman, sir, to present the sapling as a symbol of prosperity to the Chief Guest, Mr. Rajesh Bura, as a welcome gesture. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Shri Vinod Malhotra, sir, to present a sapling as a symbol of joy to the guest of honor, Dr. Vijay Sardana, as a welcome gesture. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Rajiv Ranjan Thakur to present a sapling as a symbol of life to Sri Shishir Jaipuria as a welcome gesture. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Tapan Kumar Nayak to present a sapling as a symbol of prosperity to Sri Vinod Malhotra as a welcome gesture. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Nitin Kumar Saxena to present a sapling as a symbol of joy to Mr. Garvit Rastogi as a welcome gesture. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Professor K.P. Kanchna ma'am to present a sapling as a symbol of prosperity to Mr. Rohit Pratap Singh as a welcome gesture. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to invite our inspiration and our guiding force, Dr. Tapan Kumar Nayak, Dean of Academics, Jaipuria School of Business, who has a wide range and depth of experience in various facets of academia. He is an avid reader, researcher, and an academician in the field of economics with more than 19 years of experience in teaching and research. I welcome you, sir, to Prarambh this morning with your insightful thoughts. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, IC. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Rajesh Bora, Guest of Honor, Mr. Vijay Sardana, distinguished alumni, Mr. Garvit and Mr. Rohit, Honorable Chairman, sir, Sri Shishir Jaipuria, esteemed advisor, sir, Sri Vinod Malhotra, esteemed Director General, Dr. Rajiv R. Thakur, distinguished guests of the dais, members of faculty and staff, and my dear students, whom I call the young budding managers. A very good morning to one and all present in this auspicious morning in this auditorium. On this auspicious morning, I take this as my honor and privilege to heartily congratulate and welcome all of you to the commencement day, Prarambh, an orientation cum induction program of Jaipuria School of Business. Organized for all of you, my dear students, the new batch students of PGDM 2022-24, whom I normally call the new dreams and the new hopes for Jaipur School of Business. Can I have a huge round of applause for all of you? Thank you. I'm equally humbled to say that Jaipur School of Business, established in 2008 by the noted philanthropist, industrialist, Dr. Rajaram Jaipuria, is a premium management institute. The Jaipuria Group has been in the educational landscape of India for last 75 years, with a mandate to contribute towards building the knowledge of capital of the country by providing world-class, value-based and proactive professionals. Having a legacy of over 75 years in the field of education, Jaipur School of Business is a front-runner in offering career-focused curriculum for new age role in the industry. My dear students, the main purpose of this induction program, the main purpose of this 11 days long orientation cum induction program Prarambh is to build a solid foundation for the 2-year journey of development and formalize with institutional processes and the people. To give you a perspective on the corporate and management education landscape, you'll also get an opportunity to interact with prominent and successful business leaders and management thinkers of the country. That the detailed schedule of the induction program has already been given to you. I am sure this diverse and full of eminent personalities on board for next almost 8 days. I'm sure it is going to add lots and lots of values to your existing wisdom, to your existing knowledge. We are grateful to our leaders, mentors, and the guiding force behind every success story of Jaipur School of Business, Rajabha. Dr. Rajiv Thakur, the Director General, JSP Rajabha, for making this induction program, for designing this induction program in such a way that is going to make us a remarkable one for every one of us. Thank you so much, sir, for all your guidance and support throughout. Our sincere gratitude to our Honorable Chairman, sir, Sri Sisir Jaipuria ji, esteemed advisors, sir, Sri Vinod Malhotra, sir, for extending their all-time moral supports and guidance to strive towards greater and greater academic heights for Jaipur School of Business. Once again, I welcome you all to this 11 days grand induction from orientation program Prarambh, and I'm sure this extensive and diverse learning platform, I repeat, will definitely add lots and lots of values to your existing knowledge and wisdom. So with this, I once again welcome you and congratulate you to choose this learning platform, which is going to set up the career of my dear students. Thank you, God bless you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. You have perfectly set the pace of the event. It's an honor to introduce the man of distinct vision, Dr. Rajiv Ranjan Thakur, Director General, Jaipur School of Business. With more than 2 decades of illustrious experience in both industry and academia, I would like to request our inspiring Director General par excellence to deliver the welcome address to the august gathering. Over to you, sir.
Janni Janmabhumishcho Sarvatapi Kariyase. Dear students and my dear parents who are present here, on behalf of Jaipur School of Business, it is a great privilege and an honor for me to welcome you to this family. At this moment, let's keep aside the horrific past of COVID years, boredom of lockdown and online classes, and let us breathe in the fresh air of celebrations, celebrations of a new life in your beginning, celebrations of your future, my dear young friends. We at Japriya School of Business are honored to have with us the chief guest, Mr. Rajesh Vora, our guest of honor, Dr. Vijay Sardana, our esteemed chairman, sir, Seshil Japuria ji, our advisor, Mr. Malhotra ji, my colleague on this, Dr. Tapan, colleagues from various sister institutions of Japuria group, the Giri group, welcome you, Pradeep ji, and many more dignitaries. I also welcome my faculty colleagues, colleagues on staff who have been working day in and day out to put this program together. I'm honored to welcome you all and personally feel grateful to you to have honored with your gracious presence on this occasion. Thank you so much. My dear students, as the universe unfolds every day, every moment, new colors in our lives, good or bad, tough or nimble, you shall be the energy and strength, or if I may say, the life and blood of Jaipur School of Business hereafter. You shall be our hope for the future, craftsmen for a better world tomorrow, which is JSP's aspiration. In the next 2 years at JSP, my advice to you would be to develop a thinking mind which thinks differently, have an inner urge to excel in life for yourself, for your family, and for the nation. We shall hold your hand in unlocking your potential. Our philosophy of unlocking potential and life transformation is imbibed in the environment that we create in the campus, which gives every opportunity to the youngsters to initiate, innovate, and lead. The core of the teaching learning process is our students, and hence our focus on student-centric learning. Faculty members play a key role of mentor who continue to strive towards personalized learning and guiding. My dear friends, before I close, I would like to leave with you a few more important thoughts which you should keep in mind. First and foremost, you all have your dreams. Never ever crush them or make their shine fade away. Let them sparkle your mind and your soul always. Those should be your engine of your life. And I say this because this is the only differentiator between you and the next. Fuel and fire your thoughts with energy, determination, grit, and perseverance. This is my second tip to you. Thirdly, never doubt yourself. No matter what, doubt of any form should never cast a negative spell on you and your dream. Whatever the background of the past you come from, and I know you are sitting here the 100 of you who could make to this ceremony today, you come from at least 25 different states of this country, different regions of this country, and each of one do not come from a similar background. Let that not bow you down. Be an artist in life. You need to have passion, a junoon to create your art, fully devoted with utmost honesty and sincerity. Last but not the least, let me quote you one of the slokas which you must be listening every day, perhaps in the temples, at your home, your mother chanting, your father chanting, and let me narrate that. I really don't know how many of you could relate to that sloka, and it says, Manojvam Marutulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Banar Yudh Mukyam Sri Ram Dutam Sharanam Prapatti. Let me close by explaining this. You must carry the qualities of Lord Hanuman. And the sloka explains the qualities and the traits of this god, this Hanuman, this monkey. What does it say? Be like him as a messenger of Lord Rama. And Lord Ram, how do we know him? What do we know for him? For peace, for harmony, goodwill. And he is the proponent of Ram Rajya. Work towards that. Carry the speed of wind, Marutulya Vegam. Be as swift as him in mind and be known for excellence, intelligence, learning, and wisdom. Buddhimatam Varishtham. Be a leader like Hanuman, Banar Yudh Mukyam, and master the senses. That is, develop a holistic life, you, in you. It says, Jitendriyam, Indriya, win over your senses, which means that the today's interpretation would be that you work on your mind, body, and soul. That's what is the holistic development. With these words, once again, I congratulate you for joining this particular institute, giving us this opportunity. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your inspiring words always ignite the spark in us. Before we invite our Honorable Chairman, sir, to enlighten us, I would request the technical team to play the corporate video of Jaipuria Group of Institutions.
Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. St. Anandram Jaipuria Group of Educational Institutions carries a legacy of 76 plus years in the education domain. The vision of St. Anandram Jaipuria to promote education was carried forward by his son, Sri Bhakturam Jaipuria, and grandson, Dr. Rajaram Jaipuria. Today, Sri Shishir Jaipuria is carrying forward the legacy of empowering the new generation. Jaipuria Group started its journey with St. Anandram Jaipuria College in Kolkata, established in 1945. Today, the group runs 14 K-12 schools, 5 preschools, 2 management institutions, and a teachers training academy in North and Central India. The group's network is spread across 11 cities and has the strength of 20,000 students, 15,000 alumni, and more than 800 educators. Established in 1974, St. Anandram Jaipuria School, Kanpur, is the most sought-after school in the city. The school is also part of the coveted Round Square group of institutions, which provides global exposure to students. St. Anandram Jaipuria School, Ghaziabad, was established in 2004 and has a wide base of 5,000 students. The school is known for its academic rigor, as it has produced national toppers in CBSE examination for 3 consecutive years. One of the recent achievements by a student came in 2021 when the class 12 student Pearl Agarwal became one of the national toppers in JEE Main with a 100 percentile. St. Anandram Jaipuria School, Lucknow, established in 2016, has gained enviable reputation for its digital interventions. It is the first Microsoft Showcase school in the city and one among the 200 Microsoft Showcase schools in the country. In February 2021, the school launched a state-of-the-art senior block with world-class facilities for top-class education and holistic development, such as shooting and archery range, a swimming pool, a gymnasium, a robotics club, a filmmaking and editing studio, a radio jockey room, and a taekwondo arena. Little one, the Jaipuria preschool is a great place for toddlers to learn through play with focus on interactive sessions. The excellence of foundational education provided at Little One's schools under the able guidance of Miss Dhwani Jaipuria was recognized by ELEX with an award for the leading preschool chain, national. Jaipuria Institute of Management, Ghaziabad, was established in 2001 with a clear vision of developing the capabilities of young managers in a global environment. The B School has been accredited Grade A by NAC for its commitment to excellence and offers an AKTU-approved 2-year full-time MBA program in various specializations. Jaipuria School of Business, Ghaziabad, was established in 2008 with a vision of transforming young minds to make them future ready. The Institute's commitment to excellence was recently recognized with an award for the Best Management College in India for placement by Integrated Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ICCI. In 2020, amidst the COVID pandemic, St. Anandram Jaipuria Group launched a teachers training academy called Samarthya Teachers Training Academy of Research, which has still now provided training to more than 8,000 man-hours of teachers in over 60 online trainings, working for the capacity building of teachers across 100 schools. Filaments Limited is a flagship company started by Dr. Rajaram Jaipuria in 1990. It is one of the largest textile units in India, with a turnover of 850 crore rupees. The company produces baby care, cosmetics, home care, hair care, skin care, medical and hygienic products for leading brands. Under corporate social responsibility, St. Anandram Jaipuria Group has Smriti Bhavans in different holy cities such as Chitrakoot, Vrindavan, and Haridwar. Jaipuria Group runs a charitable eye hospital for underprivileged people in Navalgarh, Rajasthan. In the name of St. Anandram Eye Hospital, which started in 1943 and has treated more than 2 lakh patients till now. Ram Darshan Monument is one of the attractive places in Chitrakoot run by Jaipuria Group. The group promotes Vedic education through Ved Bhavan Vidyalaya at 5 pilgrimage places. In 2021, Jaipuria Group of Educational Institutions was officially certified as Great Place to Work in India. Jaipuria Group was evaluated for its work culture, environment, pride, camaraderie, credibility, maximizing human potential, trust, values, leadership, innovation, great place for women, and corporate social responsibility, etc., through employee survey and culture audit. Moving ahead, Seth Anandram Jaipuria Group plans to expand its reach to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities by opening 25 K-12 schools across North India in next 5 years. The group is determined to foster quality education and prepare the youth of the country for Industry 4.0. Jaipuria Group of Education Institutions empower, infuse, excel.
By seeing this video, we are excited to start the new journey. The Seth Anandram Jaipuria Group of Educational Institutions, which has been in the business of education for more than 76 years, is led by none other than Mr. Shishir Jaipuria. Mr. Jaipuria, an eminent educationist and thought leader, sees a paradigm in education and develops learners into self-assured achievers who will go on to shape the 21st century. Additionally, Mr. Jaipuria serves as the chairman of Wiki Arise. Guinea Filament Limited chairman and managing director are Mr. Jaipuria. He serves as the organization president AIOE. He formerly served as the director of National Skill. As a role model to all of us with a dynamic personality, I am highly privileged to invite Honorable Chairman Sir Shri Shishir Jaipuria ji to enlighten us with your inspirational thoughts. Over to you, sir.
Distinguished guests on the dais, teachers, leaders in their own right, parents, and dear students. I'm really honored to welcome you all to the orientation cum induction program for the batch 22-24 for JSB, which is starting from today. Prarambh, as they have said, is a new beginning, a new hope for each one of you. Today, you start your professional journey. Till now, you have been students, and we will continue to be students lifelong. But from today, you have to take a call that your journey for professional excellence starts. You have to be disciplined. You have to go with the values and systems and the curriculum that is being taught into the school system. You will have a great opportunity for learning within the system. And I'm hopeful that each one of you who has come with aspirations, what you want to do, you will be able to achieve. And the director, the dean, and all the faculty members will ensure that the vision that you all have for your growth, you are able to achieve not only that, but much more. Some of you will be aspiring to become leaders in your own right. Somebody will be joining the family business. Somebody might be becoming an entrepreneur. And the program of 2 years will give you guidance, directions as to how you are able to achieve these type of things that you want to become. The director talked about the COVID, and we have seen the difficult and challenging times. But I thought it is better to reflect on it, because despite of the fact we went through a lot of agony and hardships, there are a lot of new things that have come up. New opportunities have come up. New ways of learning have come up.
We have acquired new skills. We have become totally different in terms of deciding what the purpose of life is, what exactly we are doing and why we are doing. So it gives a lot of time for us to reflect, to reimagine, to rethink everything that we have done and what we will propose to do in future. We have also been able to balance as to how we want to lead our life. We want to be much more healthier. We want to have a life which is more hygienic. We want to have a balance between work and play. We want to give priority to health, to our families, to our work culture and professional life, and also to our friends. So a lot of new things have happened, which is very encouraging. And this change will be continuously changing for times to come. So change will always happen with each one of us. And it is good beginning that each type of adversity that comes, it brings new sets of thinking, a new approach, a new dynamic philosophy we now should imbibe, and we should always learn something from whatever setbacks that we receive in life. So I think, although I'm meeting so many students for the first time after 2 years, it's a very happy moment both for the institutions and also for the teachers, because to teach on a Zoom platform is at times not the best thing to do, because physically the amount you are able to interact, you are able to meet people, and the learning that happens while meeting people, while being in the classroom, by sharing one another's experience. As the director mentioned to me, that the students have come from different regions, from different states, the cross-cultural values and the cross-cultural sensitivities that you are able to experience is something which is far beyond the knowledge that you will acquire in the 2 years of service. That is the real education that is there. While you will be learning different aspects of education, somebody will be into marketing and finance, somebody will be taking up HR, or many other activities which you will be doing within this 2 years. But it is much more that the different types of skill sets that will be required that you are able to imbibe. The people here who are from the industry will be telling you more about the type of skill sets. But as I understand, with the type of technology which has been there for the last 15 years and the type of jobs that are being required by the industry, the whole revolution has come into the education space. One has to have the hard skill sets in which the subject knowledge is important, a deeper understanding of the subject, but every subject or every problem has to be viewed from a multi-dimensional perspective. It is not necessary that you are a man of finance and you look through a lens which is only a finance lens. You have to tackle that problem, whether it is from a marketing lens or from an HR lens or a finance lens, and have a holistic approach towards the problem. So problem solving is one of the skills that will be required. Communication becomes a very important area, because you will have to communicate with all the people, and not only within the company but with people outside. You have to convey to them what exactly your product is, what exactly your services is, why they will be able to buy from you a particular product, and the technology that is required, and collaboration and teamwork. In the school in the last 2 years, you will be doing a lot of case studies. You will be working in teams, and that is what is required. Some of you will also go to multinational companies where you have to understand the cross-cultural understanding, sentiments of the various people with whom you work. Because your growth and your success will not depend only upon you as an individual, upon the whole ecosystem with whom you are working, the team with whom you are engaging. If your team is able to deliver well, and if you are part of it, then the whole organization gets improvement of that thing. And I think that particular understanding with regard to working in teams in a collaborative manner becomes extremely essential. And then creativity. One has to every time think things in a different manner. Because a lot of things we do without knowing exactly why we are doing and what is the objective of doing it, and actually whether the outcome that we wanted to receive by doing that thing, we have been able to achieve that outcome or not. So it is a constant learning, relearning and unlearning, because some of the skills that you will develop, we do not know after 5 years whether the skills will be required. You have to continuously engage in new technologies, in new, if there's a mindset for change, if there's a mindset for learning, then those things, although it looks quite challenging or demanding at times, but definitely they will give you tremendous opportunities. It will give you a lot of hope and confidence when you are working within the organization. And the learning should never stop, I think, because even today, all of us who are sitting here on the other side have to continuously learn. Not that we know everything. If we feel that we know everything, we are living in a paradise which is totally false. We have to constantly learn. We have to have people who can mentor us, who can guide us, who can coach us in every aspect. And each one of you should have a mentor, should have somebody who can constantly guide you. And there's tremendous amount of opportunities for each and every one. You are all born in the late 20th century. Most of you maybe have been born, and you're all digital natives. All of us have been born much earlier, but we have to adapt to the new technology, the new way of looking at things, looking at perspectives, consumers' experience, how social media is changing, how to sell, what to sell, why to sell, what is the experience the customer is having when you're selling a product, and how can you engage in much more effective manner. So the data becomes the key thing whenever you are talking about different aspects of business management. And you have to understand each and every touch point that you have with your customer becomes very relevant to be able to get deep insight. Data alone is meaningless, but if you are able to analyze the data, if you are able to make useful knowledge out of that data, then it becomes meaningful, and you will start enjoying the data because it will throw so many questions and so many solutions to various problems. I was just reading the other day that in 2012, the amount of data which was available was 1 zettabyte in the ecosystem. And 1 zettabyte is 10 to the power of 21. So it adds 10 and 21 zeros to it. So that was the amount of data which was available in the ecosystem. Come 2022, it is 44 zettabyte. So 44 times more it has increased. And come 2025, it will be 174 zettabytes of data. So this is the volume of data. Now the question is, do we require everything? We do not require. What is relevant? What is relevant for us? What is the problem that we are facing? How to manage data and how to source the data which is realistic and authentic. Because at times we are so much enamored by data and statistics that we get confused. So how to get the most relevant data for analysis becomes also important for us. Few things I would like to suggest while I'm talking to you, and that is from my learnings, from my experience, that whatever passion you have, don't try to follow people, because ultimately whatever interest you have, whatever hobbies you have, there's space and there's room in everything today. When we see our folks in different fields, whether it is in sports, whether it is in music, whether it is in dance, people are coming from rural background and they are achieving levels which are mind-boggling. They have not gained the type of education, the type of skills, or the type of people with whom you'll be interacting, but it is only their love and the passion for that particular thing that they have reached to heights which are incredible. A lot of you must have played cricket. Dhoni is a clear example. From a small village, he came up, became the captain, led the team in such a manner that he is remembered. So in every sports, in every activity, not only in IT industry, we have seen professionals from all over the country leading multinational companies, whether it is doctors, whether it is engineers, whether it is artists. From India, we are producing people of excellence in every field. And I think there's a huge opportunity for each one of you as long as we are determined, we have the grit, we are very, very focused. And I would urge the director and the dean to continue to have smart goals for each and every student. When I say smart, I mean it has to be S is for specific goal, M has to be a measurable goal. The problem is we don't measure what we want to do and we don't take stock every 3 months or 6 months whether we are on the right track. And because there is a lot of digression that we tend to forget that whether we are doing what we are thinking we will do. So and it becomes too late if you try to review the whole performance after 2 years or 3 years. So the moment you have a short-term goal or a long-term goal, a measurement toolkit becomes essentially important for you to be able to do that. Then it has to be aspirational. And A, I would like to say that it should be an aspirational goal. Incremental growth will continue to happen. But are you really wanting to become aspirational? Do you want to become a leader in whatever you are doing? So there you have to be put much more effort for the success, and that aspiration should be there that I want to do something more, something different, something unique. Then only you will be able to harness that potential. I feel that every child has tremendous potential. The question is how well you harness that potential is for you, and because you are the person who will be able to create your own destiny. The people here who are the teachers, faculty members can only guide you, mentor you, coach you, take you to a particular level. But if you are able to show that passion and courage, you can go to different heights altogether. And then R is something realistic, because if it is ambitious, it has to be ambitious. But if it's not realistic, then probably at times you will figure out that this is not something I will be able to achieve. So try to make short goals, try to meet those goals, and then realign yourself and go for larger goals. And P is that it has to be time bound. It is very important that anything that we conceive, anything that we want to do, should be done in a time bound manner. For a lot of us feel that this will be done and we need things for times to come. But try to finish the work that you are supposed to do as early as possible, because the time taken for the work can be completed depending upon the time you have. If you want to do it today, you can complete it today. But if you don't have much work today, you will keep to stretch even the smaller things to a longer period, and ultimately that will impact your overall strategy. Also, I would like to suggest that each one of you should be on the social media platforms, because you are starting a professional career. You want to and try to follow people whom you like, whom you aspire to become. If you are in the banking space or insurance space or in a leadership position, you must follow people either through different links as to what you want to become. Because the more you hear them, listen to them, observe them, you will be able to imbibe different type of skills which will not be taught in the school. You will be learning a lot of things within the school. The school will provide a lot of platform, lot of opportunities, lot of engagement with the industry, lot of research work, lot of visits to the industry. But despite all this, you will have to have your own research, your own inclination, your own passion that will carry you forward. Thank you once again, and I hope that this journey of 2 years will be very rewarding and successful. I am very hopeful this country will continue to do good. We are seeing young people like you who have gone into new areas, new ventures, and startup culture has started in our country. Innovative practices have started in our country. Earlier, we were known in certain sectors, but now new sectors, whether it is in technology, which is making smartphones, internet penetration has gone up, mobile phone manufacturing has gone up. defense, aerospace, everything is opening up in a big way, and we have a young population of our world. So भारत को बनाने लोग के लिए आप लोग की दरकार है. You are the right people who can come with new ideas, new innovative practices, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for realizing with the fact that follow passion and not people, and formulate but also measure your smart goals. We are honored to have you, sir. A visionary leader, a true mentor, an enthusiastic reader, and a pious follower of Bhagavad Gita. Shri Vinod Malhotra ji is the sculptor of human character, whose inspiration and vision are leading us to reach deep heights in the field of education. He has written more than 14 books as a true devotee of Bhagavad Gita. For example, Bliss, Management Learning from Gita, and many more. I would like to request Shri Vinod Malhotra ji to elucidate on the journey of success.
लखनऊ एयरपोर्ट से जब हम लोग उतरते हैं या रेलवे स्टेशन से बाहर आते हैं तो बड़े साफ शब्दों में लिखा होता है, मुस्कुराइए क्या लखनऊ में, मुस्कुराइए क्या जयपुरिया स्कूल ऑफ बिजनेस में। इस समय भी मुस्कुराइए, मुस्कुराते रहिए। Lot of serious things would be said, लेकिन मुस्कुराना मत छोड़िए। 2 साल मुस्कुराते रहोगे तो आदत पड़ जाएगी, जिंदगी भर मुस्कुराते रहोगे, and you can understand the kind of health benefits that emerge from wearing a smile, which doesn't cost any money at all. ऐसी वाणी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए, औरों को शीतल करे, आप में शीतल करे. So from the smile, let's move on to the speech. ऐसी भाषा बोलिए खुद भी शीतल हो, दूसरे को शीतल. क्रोध, ईर्ष्या, जलन, just put them aside. जब आप घर से बाहर निकलें तो इन सब चीजों को अपने कबर्ड में लॉकअप कर दीजिए. Don't let them sort of wear as part of your journey. And you'll find the success with round. हम लोग success की बात कर रहे हैं. I would prefer excellence, given a choice between success and excellence, because if you're successful, तो वो होता है जो दूसरे लोग जिसको देखते हैं. पान बेचने वाला भी सक्सेस है, but excellence is something which is universally acknowledged. Success might be very specific to a particular region, but excellence is universal. So seek excellence. आप सब लोग शुरुआत कर रहे हैं अपनी जर्नी का. 2 साल आप लोग रहेंगे, तो मैं एक नज्म के कुछ बोल आपको बताना चाहता हूँ. आप लोग मुझे जब फिल्म आई थी तो उस समय आप लोग शायद पैदा नहीं हुए थे. दिस इज अ फिल्म which was released in 1981. Film is called, film had Rekha, Farooq Sheikh, Nasiruddin Shah. Any guess? The director का? The film was called Umrao Jaan. Well, iconic film to those times where Rekha looked absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Rekha has looked beautiful in 2 films largely. एक तो सिलसिला में बहुत खूबसूरत लगी थी, वो इस वजह से कि अमिताभ बच्चन साथ में थे. और दूसरी वो खूबसूरत लगी थी उमराव जान में, क्योंकि उमराव जान खूबसूरत थी, उसको भी खूबसूरत लगा. उसके एक नज्म के बहुत अच्छे बोल हैं जो आज के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बड़े प्रासंगिक हैं. पिक्चर के बाद मुझे बोलना उसके बोल है. वो एक बहुत अच्छा गाना है उसका, दिल चीज क्या है आप मेरी जान लीजिए. उसके अंदर का भी पास है, इस अंजुमन में आपको आना है बार बार. अंजुमन, you know, this institution is an anjuman, any place that you, new place that you go to. इस अंजुमन में आपको आना है बार बार, दीवार और दर को गौर से पहचान लीजिए। आप लोग अगले 2 साल आते रहेंगे तो आना पड़ेगा, रोज आएंगे आप। दीवार और दौर, दीवार दर, यहाँ के कहाँ हमारा क्लासरूम है, कहाँ लाइब्रेरी है, कहाँ जाना है, कहीं नहीं जाना, डीजी साहब के कमरे के सामने नहीं जाना है, और कैंटीन में जाना है। You know, these are kind of the basic that I want to convey to you is wherever you go to new place, observe, take that in, understand the entire ecosystem. That'll give you comfort here. So you would be, you see, अंग्रेजी में एक शब्द होता है, you get your bearings right. You're right there. So you are in a position to be effective in whatever you do. You know it, the knowledge part. Knowledge is not merely what you teach or learn in classes. Knowledge is also about awareness about the ecosystem. In fact, my personal experience is that I learned much more outside the classroom than I had inside. So that's the kind of suggestion to Dean and DD. Take the student out, let them learn from outside. Often one of the terms that we use in management jargon, thinking out of the box. There's a lot of thinking inside the box also. So, there's a lot of kind of myths that we move around. Think out the box, think inside the box. Learn inside the classrooms. By only, metaphorically speaking, when you learn within the 4 walls of the classroom, your horizon is limited to the classrooms. When you move out, the entire world is there for you to learn from. Observation, friction, adhyan. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat jnanat dhyanam vishishtam. This is what Krishna tells us. अभ्यास करो, अभ्यास के मुकाबले में ज्ञान बेहतर है, लेकिन ज्ञान के मुकाबले में भी ध्यान is preferred. Observation, contemplation. Some of the greatest people that you know about, whether it's Tulsidas, Kabir Das, they never went to any school. They observed life from postmortem. Observed life. I think you management experts हर चीज को, हर विषय को बड़ी जैसे कि नुक्ताचीन से, नजदीक से देखिए, you will find a great kind of learning happening. You see, we often miss out the obvious things. We start talking in terms of bigger things. No, यार फिर फिल्म कॉटन ने ये कहा था, और उसने पीटर ड्रकर ने कहा था. We miss out on very very small things. मैं आपको एक बहुत अच्छी इंटरेस्टिंग कहानी सुनाता हूँ. How do you miss out on this? एक नसरुल्लाह मियाँ होते थे डेजर्ट के, रेगिस्तान के इलाके. तो बहुत वो, he was very clever, very smart guy, बहुत सारी कहानियां उनके आसपास लोगों ने. तो वो नसरुल्लाह मियाँ एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे बहुत सारा सामान लेके जाए, इम्पोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट. जहाँ पे चीज नहीं मिलती थी, दूसरी जगह मिलती थी, स्पाइसेस हुए, शूज है, कपड़े हुए, काम से लेके. और डेजर्ट में थे तो वो गधों, करीब 40-50 गधों पे माल करके ले जाते थे. तो उस बॉर्डर पे उनको गार्ड्स रोकते थे और चेक करते थे कि भाई इतना सारा सामान तुम लेके जा रहे हो, और महीने में एक बार वो चक्कर लगाते थे. तो उनको सस्पिशन था कि ये बंदा कुछ स्मगल कर रहा है. लेकिन नसरुल्लाह स्मार्ट फेलो, सभी कागजात उनके पास तैयार रहते, सभी एक्सप्लेनेशन रहता था. So they had to allow. So year after year, Nasrullah managed to take a lot of stuff inside, earn a lot of money, and one day he retired. So जब रिटायर हो गए तो जो गार्ड्स थे उनसे बोले, नसरुल्लाह यार हमको शक था तुम कुछ ना कुछ, लेकिन इतना स्मार्ट है, तुम्हें पता नहीं लगने दिया तुमने. We were very clever, we were also smart, but we did not detect कि तुम क्या स्मगल कर रहे हो. तुम स्पाइस लेके जाते थे, कागजात तुम्हारे पास. बोले बहुत सिंपल था. बोले क्या स्मगल करते थे? बोले मैं गधे स्मगल करता. So see, guards were not looking at gadhas, they were looking at the saman. So he says thousands of asses, donkeys he smuggled and got scot-free, and he got. So we miss out that of this. I see our vision is not very panoramic. हम कहीं भी जाते हैं, आप अपने घर में भी देखेंगे, वहां आप जो चीज को ढूंढने जा रहे हैं उसी की तलाश में रहते हैं. You don't see what things are around. You observe. You don't observe. You see. You don't look. You don't look. You hear. You don't listen. तो आधी चीजें दिमाग में, तो कल्टिवेट दिस हैबिट्स ऑफ बीइंग वेरी फोकस्ड ऑन दैट। जीवन को बड़े सादगी से बिताने की आवश्यकता है। See, we will strive to be, extremely complicated life, make our life very complex and complex package. लेकिन सादगी से जीवन अगर आप बिताएंगे तो you find you should be happy, content, and more importantly, you should be able to be of use to the society. See, जीवन का एक मुख्य लक्ष्य को और खासतौर से एजुकेशन का. You are amongst the millions of fortunate people in this country, in this universe, in this world, who have an opportunity to study in an organized school because the parents can afford it, and you've done some work. करोड़ों लोग इस देश के अंदर जिनको ये व्यवस्था ये हासिल नहीं. Therefore, it is important you owe it to society. आपका जीवन का मुख्य लक्ष्य, I think each one of you must, before you come start your induction program, let them list out their objectives of life. List out कि आपको अच्छे नंबरों पर पास होना, अच्छी नौकरी मिलेगी, लीडर बनना है, CEO बनना है, शादी करनी है, बच्चे पैदा करने हैं, रोमांस करना है, whatever. List out. लेकिन एक चीज आप जरूर ध्यान रखिएगा, आप अपने लिए सब कुछ कीजिए. Much of it must also share it with society. I think each one of us is now destined. In fact, each one is recommended to make sure that it contributes and is substantive. And at the end of it all, what आज की दुनिया में we are seeing a lot of fights, a lot of divisions, and a lot of strikes happening on the basis of religion. धर्म की आधार पे लोग बढ़ते हैं. कोई मुसलमान है तो हिंदू है तो सिखा है, सिख किसी नूपुर शर्मा ने कुछ कह दिया तो बवाल हो गया, कई कत्ल हो गए, किसी ने कुछ और कहा. तो मेरी परिभाषा धर्म की एक ही है, परहित सम कोई धर्म न भाई, पर पीड़ा सम नहीं अधमाई. Doing good to others, no religion like that. There is no sin when you hurt others. Please make sure that in your journey, whatever you do, you make sure that you observe these dictates of your own conscience. And we all know sahi kya hai, galat kya hai. As student in JSP, I think you must also have your roadmap lined up, chapter. Of course, your Dean and DD will help you out in that, facilitate that, guide you, mentor. But you, like the chairman said, follow your own passion, follow your own conscience. Don't necessarily follow what others are following. Like I say, grass on the other side is always greener. But grass, if you grow grass within your own compound, that can also become very green. Follow your own conscience, follow your own core competence. Shreyan Swadharamo Vikano Paradharmo Sunishta. Your own area of competence is far better than even a very high competence level, high area, aspiration level of others. Yours. Because you can excel. You can't excel in the core competence of others. You can excel in only on your own. Stick to that. And that you should be able to achieve grade 1 excellence. Talk about that. I would strongly suggest to my PG and in here. You see, all this while we've been talking about, and I think in 2 years also, you guys will possibly carry out the same thing. You will teach them Philip Kotler. You will quote from Peter Drucker. You quote from Ramsar. You will quote from. You will not quote from any of the Indian books management. You will not quote from Kautilya. You will not quote from Arthashastra. You will not. We recommend to them to read Harry Potter. We recommend them to read John Milton, Shakespeare. But we will not tell them to read Kalidas, Vidyani Shakuntalam, Kumar Sambham, Ritu Sanghar. We will not tell them to. We tell them to read William's Wordsworth. We won't tell them to read Sumitra Nandan Pant, Ramdhari Singh Dinkar. We don't do that. I think we got that into colonial. You see, the greatest democracy, the greatest developed countries in the world have followed their what belongs to them. Japan, only 5% people speak English. Germany, no one speaks English. Sweden, Stockholm, nobody speaks English. So I think what's important is the graduate. I'm nothing against English. मेरा इतराज अंग्रेजी के ऊपर नहीं, मेरा इतराज अंग्रेजियत के ऊपर है. जिसको हमने अपना जिंदगी के कैसा हिस्सा बना लिया। हम अंग्रेजी हर चीज आज के जमाने में हम लोग पूरे किसी शहर में चले जाइए, केवल अंग्रेजियत के नाम। Let me tell you in terms of business. You see, some of you might know that one the economic historian, it's not an Indian historian, it's a British historian. According to him, before the advent of Mughal Empire, Mughal कब आए थे इस देश में? Anybody? Who was the first Mughal dynasty? Huh? 1526. Yes, Babur came in 1526. बाबर जब आए 1526 में इस हिंदुस्तान की धरती में, तो उसका सबसे बड़ा आकर्षण ये था नहीं कि मुझे यहाँ रूल करना है। उसका आकर्षण ये था कि हिंदुस्तान एक सोने की चिड़िया है, wealth. He came to plunder. Maybe he destroyed Babri, but that's a different story. I'm not getting it. लेकिन आकर्षण, according to this British historian, in 16th century, India had 25% to 30% of global GDP. 1/4 of the wealth of this world was in India. These people came, फिर उसके बाद अंग्रेज आए, गोरे आए, 2 साल उन्होंने राज किया, सब निकाल के. And you know the strategy of Englishmen particularly, Shishir would know about this. यहाँ का टेक्सटाइल, यहाँ का कॉटन, यहाँ का yarn, यहाँ से उठा के ले जाते थे लंदन, स्कॉटलैंड में, वहां पे कपड़ा बुन के वापस यहीं बेचते, 10 times the price. And this is how they became rich and made us poor. I would strongly recommend to our friends here, please try and think about introducing as a course Indian way of doing business. Let me elected. And I think you can't find a better person than the chairman. इनके पूर्वज पूरी मारवाड़ी की लोग थे, जिस तरीके से वो बिजनेस करते थे, वो अंग्रेज का किसी अंग्रेज का बाप जैसा बिजनेस। I mean, such wonderful traditions of doing business, and our business is based upon trust and faith. The business that Western civilization does is based upon suspicion, based upon extracting profiteering. You can dig out some of the old, I'm sure Shishir can share some of the old documents with you, stories of his own father, great-grandfather, previous generation. How did they do business? Make this one elective process. Do a bit of research on that. I want all of you to be very, very proud of what we are. And today, there's a kind of reverse kind of flow is happening now. With distinct signs of people happening. NASA has got 60,000 manuscripts on Sanskrit. Their knowledge of the outer space is coming to standstill. So they want to know what is there in the Upanishads, what is there in Vedas. But sadly, हमारी समस्या ये है कि हम लोग, थोड़ा सा एग्जाम्पल, जब योग था हमारे हिंदुस्तान के अंदर तो हमने इसको नहीं पकड़ा. जब ये योगा बन गया, हॉलीवुड के सेलिब्रिटी लेके आए, हमने इसको अडॉप्ट कर लिया. मुझे इस बात की शंका है कि जब संस्कृत बोली जाएगी तो अडॉप्ट कर. Sanskrit is a beautiful word, perfect creation. But if you start pronouncing in a different way, oh, this has come from California. So let's be good. Let's get out of that mindset and get into our own way of thinking, our own culture. Business has got strong links with culture. You have to understand the new market. हमारा हिंदुस्तानी कल्चर अब थोड़ा सा एडल्टरेट हो गया बिकॉज अंग्रेजी की वजह से, लेकिन ओरिजिनल हिंदुस्तानी संस्कृति is based upon values and something which you probably get to learn in this institution, because we are called ourselves a very, very strongly value based. We were finalizing the mission and vision. One of the things which Dr. Thakur very specifically mentioned about value based education. मूल्य पद्धति, मूल्य आधारित शिक्षा प्रणाली, इन सब चीजों को आपको लेके चलना पड़ेगा. बहुत सारी चीजें कही जा सकती हैं और आप बहुत बड़े विद्वान लोगों को आप सुनेंगे, लेकिन सबसे अंतिम मेरा आपसे अनुरोध केवल यही है, पढ़िए लिखिए. डिजिटल की बात करी शिष्य ने, computers and digital would not have come to exist in this world but for Indian support. Computer operates on a binary system, 0 and 1. Where did zero come from? लेकिन कोई मानने को तैयार है कि कंप्यूटर हिंदुस्तान ने इजाज की? Like nobody will say. But what I'm saying is, you must be proud of what you've done. You know heritage, and at the end of it all, do whatever you want to do. Be wherever you are. Achieve excellence, achieve failure. In fact, you must also fail. You must also fail and understand, learn the ropes, how to rise from failure and reach success. आप एक आध बच्चों को टॉपिक एग्जाम दीजिएगा अपन जी ताकि फेल हो जाए, फिर उसके बाद फिर उसको उनको बताइएगा कैसे succeed करना. Because once you go into the word, they won't be in Tapan, they won't need Rajiv Thakur to help you. Word is hostile, they will be absolutely ruthless. यहाँ सीखिए कि अगर हम फेल होते हैं तो how to rise like phoenix from ashes. कैसे? And then a lot of people, all great people have failed big time in their lives, so don't worry about that. Most importantly, fail कीजिए, succeed कीजिए, सुखी रहिए, दुखी रहिए. Maintain equanimity, and most of all, be a good human being that you can make an impact on society. Word is changing, word is becoming more hostile, and as Shishir also mentioned, skills, how to solve problems. I really want to that आने वाला वक्त जो है, हम लोग के वक्त के मुकाबले बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल होने वाला है. Digital may be enabler, but digital also has a lot of problems. तो आपको किस प्रकार की दक्षता, किस प्रकार की स्किल्स, किस प्रकार की हुनर, इल्म आपको आने चाहिए, इसकी सीखने की आवश्यकता है. And I think you probably have an opportunity to learn all that. So be human. That's my last and final advice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for energizing us with the great thought that choose excellence over success and observe wherever you go. Now, I would like to invite our guest of honor for the day, Mr. Vijay Sardana, a well-known and experienced advocate from the Supreme Court of India, a techno-legal, techno-commercial, and techno-economic policy expert. He serves on expert committees and business boards as an independent director. He is a well-known author, blogger, TV panelist, keynote speaker, and a moderator at both international and domestic conferences. He has graduated from prestigious institutions like the Indian Law Institute in New Delhi, the College of Dairy Science in Udaipur, the CFTRI in Mysore, and the IM in Ahmedabad. Mr. Sardana received awards from the Honorable former President Prarambh Mukherjee for his outstanding work and contribution to the development of commodity markets. Agricultural Leadership Award for the exceptional contribution to the growth of food businesses and commodity trade from the Governor of Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Without much ado, sir, I would request to usher our students with your wondrous experience. Over to you, sir.
सबको मेरा प्रणाम. आज इस बात की बहुत खुशी है कि मैं देश के भविष्य के सामने खड़ा हूं. आज जयपुरिया इंस्टीट्यूट में, और मेरी ये किस्मत है कि मैं हर साल जब भी नया कैंपस शुरू होता है तो मुझे कई कैंपसेस में आप जैसे साथियों से बात करने का मौका मिलता है. और उसका सबसे अच्छा फायदा ये है कि हम लोगों को ये बार बार रियलाइज होता है
कि अभी दुनिया में बहुत कुछ करना है। जैसा शिशिर जी ने कहा, बाकी वक्ताओं ने कहा, मैं कुछ बेसिक चीजें आपको बताना चाहता हूं और उसके बाद हम थोड़ा प्रोफेशनल बातें करें। हम बहुत लकी हैं कि हम इस समय, क्योंकि आप लोग मैनेजमेंट के लोग हैं, इसलिए मैं आपके संदर्भ में बात करूंगा। हम बहुत लकी हैं इस मामले में कि हम उस देश में पैदा हुए हैं जो दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा बाजार है। 140 करोड़ लोग, इससे बड़ा बाजार दुनिया में नहीं। इसका मतलब हम में से बहुत लोग ये सोचते हैं कि हम आज एजुकेशन करेंगे तो हमारा कैरियर क्या होगा, हमारा फ्यूचर क्या होगा, उसकी चर्चा में बात करें। लेकिन हमें शुरुआत कहां से करनी है और हम कितनी बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी में पैदा हुए हैं, इसको मत भूलिए। करीब 140 करोड़ लाइव स्टॉक है इस देश में, जो कमर्शियल लाइव स्टॉक की बात कर रहे हैं, जिसको हम पशुपालन बोलते हैं। जितनी आबादी इंसानों की है उतनी ही पशुओं की है, जो कमर्शियली पैदा किए जाते हैं, रियर किए जाते हैं। और वो भी अगर मैनेजमेंट की दृष्टि से कहूं तो उनको वो सब चीजें चाहिए जो इंसानों को चाहिए। तो वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ ट्वाइस द साइज ऑफ मार्केट। और इस हिंदुस्तान में करीब 6,50,000 गांव है। And every village is an investment destination. तो कैसे है उसकी चर्चा में आपसे। दुनिया के करीब 30-35 देशों में घूमने के बाद, वहां की सरकारों और वहां के इंस्टीट्यूशन से काम करने के बाद, अगर आप मेरे से ये पूछते हैं कि सबसे ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज कहाँ है, तो मेरा कंक्लूजन यही है कि हिंदुस्तान से अच्छा बाजार, इससे अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी कहीं नहीं। But I can prove with facts and numbers. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, टाइम कम है, जब भी आप चाहेंगे हम लंबी चर्चा कर पाएंगे। मैंने अपना कैरियर एज ए एग्रीकल्चर एक्सटेंशन वर्कर शुरू किया था। किसानों के बीच में रहते थे, खेती कैसे करनी है, गाय भैंस कैसे पालनी है, गोबर कैसे उठाना है, कैसे संभालना है। ग्रेजुएशन करी, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करी, IIM अहमदाबाद किया, बिजनेस हेड रहे, CEO रहे, MD रहे, बोर्ड में डायरेक्टर रहे, बोर्ड्स के चेयरमैन रहे। मैं आज भी SEBI का एडवाइजर हूँ, स्टॉक एक्सचेंज के बोर्ड पे हूँ। लेकिन ये सब चीजें एक फॉर्मेलिटी। डेजिग्नेशंस आर मोमेंटरी हैप्पीनेस। इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि आप किस डेजिग्नेशन पे कहां हैं। लेकिन एक बात जो जिंदगी में मेरे को सबसे अच्छी लगी कि एक भी दिन बोरिंग नहीं था। और मैं किस सेक्टर में काम करता रहा, वो था एग्रीकल्चर। जब एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर जैसे सेक्टर को लोग कहते हैं यार जिसको कुछ नहीं आता उसको खेती करा दो, यही है जिंदगी में। हमने समाज में क्या देखा है, कह रहे यार इसको कुछ नहीं आता, इसको दुकान खोल दो या खेती करो। आज सारे स्टार्टअप उन्हीं काम में लगे हुए, सारे IIT छोड़ छोड़ के या तो खेती कर रहे हैं, दुकान चला रहे हैं, जिसको आप ई-कॉमर्स में बोल सकते हैं। जैसा विनोद जी ने कहा कि दुकान का नाम ई-कॉमर्स में वेबसाइट हो गया, अंग्रेजी काम धंधा वही है, माल बेचना है, सब्जी बेचनी है, और क्या कर रहे हैं। तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि हम उस समाज में हैं जहां पे अपॉर्चुनिटीज अथाह है। और अगर आपको वास्तव में ये समझना है तो दो काम आप जिंदगी में करिएगा अगर आपको लाइफ को एंजॉय करना है। स्टार्ट ट्रैवलिंग बाय रोड एंड स्टे इन स्मॉल प्लेसेस। दुनिया में सबसे महंगा और सबसे नॉन लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस होता है व्हेन यू ट्रैवल बाय एयर एंड स्टे इन 5 स्टार। सबसे ज्यादा खर्चा आप करते हो और सबसे कम सीख के वापस आते हो। आजमा के देखिएगा, इससे बड़ा इन बिजनेस सेंस में वर्स्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं हो सकता। हमने बहुत ऐसी गलतियां करी क्योंकि जिंदगी में एक मौका हमें मिला है, और मैं आपको सिर्फ एक ही चीज कह सकता हूँ, जिंदगी में आज तक मैंने कभी एयर टिकट नहीं खरीदी, कभी 5 स्टार होटल अपने पैसे से नहीं, लेकिन दुनिया की ये किस्मत है। जो बुलाता है खर्चा भी देता है, बिजनेस क्लास भी देता है, फर्स्ट क्लास भी देता है, 5 स्टार भी देता है, सॉफ्टवेयर ड्रिवन गाड़ियां भी देते हैं, लेकिन सीखने को नहीं। सीखने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, हम जिस शहर में जाते हैं बिफोर एंड ऑफिस टाइम उस शहर में वॉक करते हैं। पेरिस में मैं करीब 60 किलोमीटर पैदल चला। जिनेवा की मैं आपको गली दुकान तक बता सकता हूँ कौन से नुक्कड़ पे क्या मिल सकता है। इटली में मैं कर सकता हूँ, वॉशिंगटन का बता सकता हूँ, न्यूयॉर्क का बता सकता हूँ, जापान का बता सकता हूँ, चाइना का बता सकता हूँ, थाईलैंड का बता सकता हूँ। जिन जिन शहरों में मैं गया हूँ आपको वहां नुक्कड़ गली में कौन सी चीज कहाँ क्या मिलती है मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ। तो मेरे जो ब्यूरोक्रेट दोस्त थे वही कहते थे यार तुम्हें इंग्लिश आती है, बहुत से इन देशों में इंग्लिश गाइड नहीं मिलते, तो तुम तो कभी रिटायर नहीं होगे, कहीं पे भी गाइड बन सकते। मैं कहना क्या चाह रहा हूँ आपको एक छोटी सी बात, जिंदगी वो नहीं है जो दूसरे डिफाइन करते। आपको कंपनी ने जनरल मैनेजर बना दिया, डायरेक्टर बना दिया, एमडी बना दिया, उनको जरूरत है, उनको एक आदमी चाहिए जो ये डे टू डे काम संभाल सके, लेकिन जिंदगी वो नहीं। एक बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में लाइक एनी अदर पर्सन यू आर ए स्पेयर पार्ट। आपसे पहले भी कंपनी चल रही थी, आपके बाद भी कंपनी चली, वी आर स्पेयर पार्ट्स। क्या स्पेयर पार्ट इज लाइफ? तो आप क्या बनना चाह रहे हैं लाइफ? स्पेयर पार्ट? बहुत सिंपल उदाहरण, चॉइस आपके पास। आर यू विलिंग टू बिकम ए टेल ऑफ ए एलिफेंट और ए हेड ऑफ ए माउस? यू डिसाइड। आपको लाइफ में करना क्या? हाथी की पूंछ का सिग्निफिकेंस क्या होता है? मच्छर मक्खी तक नहीं बढ़ा सकते, लेकिन वो पूंछ लटकी होती है कोने में, हम भी लटक जाएंगे किसी बड़ी कंपनी के किसी कोने में। और you can be head of a mouse, maybe you can decide the whole direction. Choice is yours. Life is full of opportunities, full. Not a single day you will have to waste and to think यार आज क्या करें, आज कोई काम नहीं है। ये तब होगा जिस दिन आपने सोचना बंद कर दिया। आपकी डेस्टिनी आपकी थिंकिंग पे डिपेंड करती है, कोई नहीं बदल सकता। देखिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात आई थी कोविड को लेकर। अब अगले 5-7-10 मिनट आपको कुछ जैसे कहते हैं ना धंधे की बात, काम की बात कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप लोग यहाँ आए हैं तो कुछ सोच के आए हैं, माँ बाप आप पे खर्चा कर रहे हैं तो उनके भी कुछ एस्पिरेशन है। समाज में भी आपको बताना है डूइंग सो कॉल्ड एमबीए एंड पीजीडीएम। हालांकि बाद में कोई नहीं पूछता है, आज हम आए अहमदाबाद से ग्रेजुएट हैं, कौन पूछता है क्या? कौन पूछता है डिग्री? एंड ऑफ द डे लोग आपका काम जानना चाहते हैं, कोई नहीं पूछता है। These are entry visas. These certificates are entry visa. They don't decide your destiny. हम आए अहमदाबाद में, आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट में प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, सर अकेले बन गए। और ईमानदारी की बात है, आईएम के ग्रेजुएट से ज्यादा इनकम होती है। इस तरह आपकी वहां पे साल भर में इंक्रीमेंट होती है, एवरी केस गिव्स यू दैट इंक्रीमेंट, फाइनेंशियली रिवार्डिंग, लेकिन ईगो छोड़ना पड़ता है कि आई एम नो आई एम अहमदाबाद, I'm a food technologist, I'm a dairy technologist, I was MD, I was CEO, I was board of directors, I was chairman of the board. कौन पूछता है यार? लाइफ समाज पूछता है कि what is your contribution? एक किताब मैंने पढ़ी थी जब हम आपकी तरह एस्पिरेशन में थे, दी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, एक ब्रिटिश ऑथर ने लिखी थी, नेट पर मिल जाएगी आपको। उसका मैं प्रीफेस पढ़ रहा था, मैंने कहा दी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर खरीदेगा कौन, कितने एमडी। उसने बड़ा अच्छा प्रीफेस में लिखा, और यही सवाल मेरे दिमाग में था, उसका उसने आंसर दिया कि इन ब्रिटेन वी हैव मोर मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर्स देन माइन वर्कर्स। आप कंपनी खोल लो, एमडी बन जाओ, तो जरूरी है कि दूसरा एमडी का डेजिग्नेशन दे आपको। जिस दिन आपको एमडी बनना, अपनी दुकान खोल लो, एमडी बन जाओ। मुश्किल है एमडी बनना। पॉइंट वो नहीं, पॉइंट ये व्हाट इज योर कंटेंट। समाज आपको याद कैसे रखे। जब कोविड इंसिडेंस हुआ था, कोविड 19 की हम बात कर रहे हैं, नवंबर दिसंबर के आसपास जब ये आउटब्रेक चाइना में शुरू हुआ था, incidentally on January 2020 I was in Japan because I am also one of the 10 advisors to Asian Productivity Organization. हम जापान में एक हफ्ते की मीटिंग के लिए गए थे, तो वहाँ ये चर्चा हो रही थी कि यार ये चाइना में क्या हो रहा है, और हमें पता ही नहीं था कि ये सबको झेलना पड़ेगा थोड़े समय बाद। तो पता नहीं यार चाइनीज क्या करते हैं, पता नहीं क्या पंगा ले लिया उन्होंने। और उन्हीं दिनों, उससे पहले स्वाइन फ्लू भी चल रहा था। बीइंग एग्रीकल्चर पर्सन, आई एम आल्सो एडवाइजिंग गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑन लीगल मैटर्स, ऑन एग्रीकल्चर टीबीटी एसपीएस मैटर्स ऑन डब्ल्यूटी। तो इन चीजों को ट्रैक रखते हैं, शायद स्वाइन फ्लू का कुछ बाई इफेक्ट होगा व्हाटएवर। लेकिन बाद में समझ में आया कोविड 19 और उसके बाद जब इसका असर हिंदुस्तान में आया, मार्च में जब हमने लॉकडाउन किया, उससे 3 दिन पहले आई वाज इन सिटी फॉर मीटिंग व्हेन आई केम बैक टू दिल्ली फ्रॉम बॉम्बे। मैंने एक आर्टिकल ब्लॉग पे आप चाहे देख सकते हैं। वर्ल्ड विल गो थ्रू ए न्यू वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर एंड इंडिया विल इमर्ज मोर पावर। और ये मेरा जो कम्युनिटिव ट्रैवलिंग था दुनिया भर का, उसके ध्यान में था, और उसको कई मैगजीन्स ने छापा, कई संस्थानों ने छापा उस आर्टिकल, क्योंकि समथिंग न्यू। और मैं ईमानदारी से आपको बता सकता हूं कि अगर आप कोविड को ऐसे चैलेंज और थ्रेट देख रहे हैं तो ये आपकी गलती है। कोविड ने वो कर दिया जो सरकारें नहीं कर पाई। कोविड ने, मैं अगर इसको ये कहता हूं कि कोविड ने वो काम किया जो समाज में और हमारी इकोनॉमी के अंदर जो फ्रॉड था, जो एक फेक नैरेटिव चल रहा था, तो सबको हटा दिया। वो सब खत्म हो गए जो फेक सिस्टम पे चल रहे थे। कोविड ने हिंदुस्तान के धरातल को दिखा दिया कि हमें यहां से शुरू होना, और पूरी दुनिया को भी बता दिया कि जो सो कॉल्ड, हम कहते हैं ना, इसको कमर्शियल वर्ड में आप ये कह सकते हैं लिवरेज्ड इकोनॉमी। पैसा नहीं है, लेकिन पैसे ले लेके हमने अपना एम्पायर खड़ा कर दिया, और उसको सर्विसिंग की हमारे पास क्षमता नहीं थी। वो सब पलट, उस फ्रॉड को कोविड ने हटा दिया। इसका मतलब अगर आप पूरी दुनिया को ध्यान से देखेंगे, जितना फंडामेंटली स्ट्रॉन्ग इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम हिंदुस्तान का है, दुनिया के किसी देश में नहीं। इस पर डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगा क्योंकि रोज टीवी पे चर्चा होती है, आज भी है, 5 बजे 7 बजे 9 बजे आप देख सकते हैं। कहने का मतलब क्या है, जो स्ट्रेंथ इस देश के पास है वो दुनिया में कहीं नहीं। मैं इसको रिपीट कर रहा हूं, और हर सेक्टर में। और पर्सनली जितना पिछले 3 साल में मैंने प्रॉफिट कमाया है, अपने इनकम जनरेट करी है, उतना पिछले 30 साल में नहीं। This is where you have to understand India's strength in economy. जितने मेरे क्लाइंट्स ने प्रॉफिट कमाया है, when we sit on board and discuss with them, और जैसे जैसे हमने डेविएशन किया, उसका जो फायदा मिला बिजनेस सेंस में, आपको ये कह सकता हूं कि हिंदुस्तान से किसी अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं, एंड यू आर लकी टू बी पार्ट। लेकिन हिंदुस्तान को क्या चाहिए? हिंदुस्तान को मैनेजर्स नहीं चाहिए, हिंदुस्तान को एंटरप्रेन्योर्स चाहिए। मैनेजर्स तो यार आप भी हायर कर लेना, बांग्लादेश से, श्रीलंका से, थाईलैंड से, दुबई से बहुत मिल जाएंगे जो आपके इंस्ट्रक्शन पे काम करेंगे। हमें वो ब्रेन चाहिए who can convert challenge into opportunities. And COVID was one of the incidents. It is not end. Wait and see. The next crisis is going to be disaster of Europe. This is my forecast. यूरोप अपनी गलतियों से नहीं सीख रहा। And I told this to ambassadors of European Union. Ukraine is a man-made problem, and you will get ruined out of it. Wait and see. Wait and see. Next 6 months. This will make India more stronger. Because you have market, you have raw materials, you have competent human resource और business में क्या चाहिए? इसको समझिए आप लोग। मैं इसलिए आप लोगों से ये कह रहा हूं कि हम आज आपसे बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम ये देख रहे हैं कि 2022 की जगह जब आप 2024-25 में इस समाज में आएंगे एज ए ट्रेड प्रोफेशनल, उस समय आपके पास क्या स्किल सेट होंगे। अगर आप वही पढ़ रहे हैं जो टेक्स्ट बुक में लिखा हुआ है, then you are only learning about history, not about future. इस बात को ध्यान रखिए। टेक्स्ट बुक्स only tell you about history, not about future. अगर हम 3-4 बातों को फंडामेंटली ध्यान रखें, सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद द फैक्टर ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी वाज लेबर, क्योंकि सब कुछ बंद था, आदमी चाहिए, तो आपने लेबर मैनेजमेंट सीखना शुरू किया। उसके बाद ये लगा कि नहीं, अगर इकोनॉमी ग्रोथ करनी है तो हमारे पास मटेरियल होना चाहिए, अच्छा मटेरियल मिलना चाहिए, हमारे पास थोड़ी सी टेक्नोलॉजी, मशीनें होनी चाहिए ताकि आदमी जो काम 1 घंटे में करता है मशीन से वही काम आधे घंटे में करते हैं, या तो 8 घंटे का काम 1 घंटे में हो जाए, तो ग्रोथ होगी। Then we started focusing on mechanization. That was second round of productivity. उसके बाद लेकिन ये सब चलाने के लिए पैसा चाहिए, पैसा नहीं है। We started focusing on finance management. Then we thought, why not? अब ये तो हो गया, आगे ग्रोथ कैसे होगी? And then we started talking about automation and technologies, including internet. What is internet? Internet is only a facilitation tool. इंटरनेट आलू पैदा नहीं करता है, लेकिन आलू बेचने में मदद करता है। तो आप पहले ठेला लगा देते, आज आप ऑनलाइन बेच सकते। इट इज ओनली फैसिलिटेटेड। तो जो आपकी टाइम स्पेस यूटिलिटी थी, रिसोर्स ऑप्टिमाइजेशन था, टेक्नोलॉजी ने उसको हेल्प की, ऑटोमेशन ने हेल्प की। आज ये सब चीजें सबके पास है, सबके पास लेबर मैनेजमेंट नॉलेज है, सबके पास मैकेनाइजेशन की नॉलेज है, सबके पास फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट की नॉलेज है, सबके पास ऑटोमेशन है, सब बाजार में बिक रहा है। Then what is going to be the next opportunity for the growth? Everything is at par, so no premium for all these things. अगर आप कहेंगे I can send you by email, so what? It's a problem. I will have automation, so what? Everybody does. I will have website, so what? It's a common thing. Where is the next round of opportunities? The next round of opportunity is in innovations. So आप कॉलेज में क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट, everybody knows the same thing. So why you are unique? Labor management, everybody knows. Everybody has, every MBA college has the same. What's unique? There is uniqueness in Jaipuriya institute, where as an entrepreneur, as an investor, I look for people and work with them. Yes, this is the brain I'm looking at. Now the challenge is not for students, challenge is for faculty. What are you producing? Are you producing so-called managers who will only become a spare part? Or you are producing thought leaders who will give direction to the society? They are raw materials. Students are raw materials. आप जैसा मोल्ड करेंगे हो जाएंगे। बाल्टी से छलकता है ना पानी, कब छलकता है? आप उसको भरते जाइए, जब ब्रिम तक अच्छा लगने लगता है। पानी डालोगे पानी छलकेगा, दूध डालोगे दूध छलकेगा, जूस डालोगे जूस छलकेगा, कुछ और डालोगे वो छलकेगा। उस ब्रेन में आप भर क्या रहे हैं, क्या अच्छा लगना चाहिए उसमें। फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट वही छलकेगा, लेबर मैनेजमेंट वही छलकेगा, लेकिन वो तो सबके पास है। व्हाट इज यूनिक मैनेजमेंट में बोलते हैं ना यूएसपी, व्हाट इज माय सेलिंग प्रोपोजिशन, थिंक अबाउट इट। और जो चेयरमैन सर ने बोला स्मार्ट टारगेट्स, उसको ध्यान से सोचिए। और जो चेयरमैन सर ने बोला, मैं अगर आपसे ये पूछूं कितने लोगों ने नोट्स बनाए हैं, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव द रेज हैंड्स? एक। आप किस लिए आए? सुनने आए थे, सीखने आए थे, ताली बजाने आए थे, या इसलिए आए थे मजबूरी थी क्योंकि कैंपस का ऑर्डर था? ये आपको सोचना, इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का फायदा कैसे उठाएं, ये सोचना। एंड नाउ लास्ट पार्ट इज व्हाट इज योर बैलेंस शीट ऑफ लाइफ, क्योंकि रोज दिन निकलेगा, रोज रात होगी, आज की तारीख में क्या सीखा और क्या कंट्रीब्यूट किया इसकी बैलेंस शीट है। साल के आखिर में तो बैलेंस शीट आप बनाते हैं, लेकिन द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट रिसोर्स ऑफ लाइफ इज टाइम, नॉट मनी, नॉट मटेरियल, नॉट एनीथिंग एल्स। तो दुनिया का जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट रिसोर्स है विच इज टाइम, विच यू कैन नॉट रीजनरेट, उसकी बैलेंस शीट का वेयर इज, आप लोगों ने ROI तो सुना है, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट, वेयर इज योर रिटर्न ऑन टाइम इन्वेस्टेड? आप यहां आए, जिंदगी के 4 घंटे खराब किए, व्हाट इज योर रिटर्न? इसके बाद लंच होगा, लंच के बाद फिर आपकी जिंदगी में 6 घंटे और है, व्हाट इज रिटर्न ऑन दैट टाइम इन्वेस्टेड? लाइफ इज वेरी सिंपल, life operates on common sense, don't make it complicated. Life is full of fun, opportunities and enjoyment. It depends upon you how you want to handle it. It's your life, we can only tell you. So start making balance sheet of your life every day, because this is the most important resource which you have, and you cannot borrow it from anyone, not even from your best of the friends, not from your parents. Even if I want to give you, I can't. Learn that skill. I wish you all the best. Have a great future. India is looking towards leaders, those who can lead this country to a greater heights. We are not looking for managers. We are looking for people, those who give direction to this nation. हम लोगों का टाइम निकल चुका, we are on downside curve. हमारे पास कितनी लाइफ हमें नहीं पता, आपके हर वाले हैं देश। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir, for illuminating us with a bright outlook to our aspiring entrepreneurs that India is the best market and take the leverage that you're born here. Before we listen to the chief guest of the day, I would request the technical team to play the corporate video of Atsana India Eco. Parenthood is an amazing journey. We are with you to make it special. Keep growing whenever there's a baby. Artsena Group is an Italian company that was founded in 1946 by Pietro Catri as a commercial business specialized in venipuncture and medication. And we are fortunate to have among us our esteemed chief guest of the day, Mr. Rajesh Pura, CEO at Artsena India, Kiko and South Asia. His expertise lies in new product launch, retail and trade, organizational development, brand management, and many more. With more than 2 decades of rich experience in leading pan-India sales and marketing portfolio of renowned international brands in the fast-growing personal care and cosmetic category, he had been associated with companies like Lakme Liver and L'Oreal. With his evergreen learning attitude, he strives for innovation, hence driving sustained growth. His participative and collaborative style helped him translate vision into reality. I now request Mr. Rajesh Pura to please address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
So thank you very much for having me here. I'm very, very thankful to the school, the administration for giving me this opportunity to talk to all of you. And I must say, I must start with one basic thing. I am not a speaker, I'm a worker. Okay, we had an esteemed, eminent speaker before me. So for me, this session, like I'm saying that I'm coming from industry, working still day in, day out. So my schedule is always starting my one meeting after another. So this is a different schedule for me. The objective has been to learn more, which I have actually had a good kind of vision or the kind of understanding that I've got from the people. And the thing that I want from this discussion is that please don't expect a big speech from me. What I expect is that you guys, after you heard so much of things, any questions, anything that you have in your mind that must be coming up now, whatever I could answer, I'll be more than willing to answer. Okay, so if whatever 5-7 minutes that I'll speak, if you have anything to ask, whatever is coming in your mind, if I can answer, I will try to answer. Okay, so before starting, I think you all are starting your MBA. The first thing that I want to ask you is that why do you want to do MBA? Anybody? What was the objective from the students? MBA क्यों करना चाहते थे? बताइए। और स्पेशलाइजेशन का भी अगर थॉट था तो कौन सी है, क्यों है?
To be very honest, my plan for doing MBA was to get the managerial skills because I want to open my own venture in future. So I get a lot of things.
आपने बंद कर दिया।
Audible now?
Yeah.
I will get a lot of new things to learn. Okay. And the best part about doing MBA is that we will get the managerial skills here, which will help me to in my venture. How to I will take care of the employees if I open my own venture. And I also have one question I wanted to ask from the sir. So what is the basic difference between knowledge and education? Basic difference between knowledge and education.
And then you want to ask from the scholars, right? That's not my subject.
People say that you must have the education if you want to grow in life, but I believe you must have knowledge.
No, it's absolutely true. I think I have a thing which probably I'll talk about in this part itself. Yes. My definition will be more general than anything else. Okay. Yeah.
I want to do MBA because of high salary and it provides a better job.
बिल्कुल सच बोला है. That's the beginning that we start. Okay, so if there is any other, I'll probably give my perspective. See, I think our education system, when we talk about if you start getting into graduation करने के बाद क्या, to get yourself employed, we look at MBA. Okay, we all need to do MBA. Is what the understanding is. कुछ करना है, आगे earn करना है. Like what you rightly said, and even Mr. Sadana said, if you really need to manage people, you need to learn how to manage people, and that's what you're talking about. So my coming from the industry, and I've also done my MBA, but I tell you what, I've learned more, or probably everything, by working with people, by working in collaboration, hearing the eminent people with experience than from the books. With books, I can also tell you that many of you we come with the part कि मुझे marketing करना है या मुझे sales करना है, or I want to be in supply chain. The 2 years that you have, and I'm only talking about from the industry perspective, the 2 years that you will spend, most of you will start getting into after this session, मेरे grades कितने हैं, मेरे marks कितने हैं, etc. Please try to use this 2 years as a learning experience, which is cross-functional, cross-dimensional, right from, if you want to do marketing, don't think कि मुझे finance का paper pass करना है, because like it or not, आपको finance का paper चाहिए to grow in life. Our MBA is a differentiator because this guy can understand the language of a supply chain manager. What does this mean? Hypothetically, you're a salesperson and you have a problem with your supply chain. The common approach is you go and start fighting with him. क्यों नहीं हुआ? ऐसा क्यों नहीं हुआ? On the other hand, if you start speaking his lingo, his language, what happened? What is the issue? कैसा था? क्या था? So this guy starts becoming more adaptive. You become empathetic to him. So you are able to get much more mileage out of this person than any other person, because he sees you as a person who is not fighting but talking with logic. I mean, that's something that you need to do. Okay, I can also give you one example. When I was doing my MBA, there was one after one exam. Typically, we all do after the exam. This question का क्या answer था? I said question का answer, and for me that question was a logistic problem. I said, why if they took this route, they will save 3,000 rupees. Save 3,000 क्या हो रहा है? तो मुझे पता answer क्या था? 3,000 क्या था? And that's where I thought there is a difference in terms of from the school or college that you've been to the institution that you've come to, where you need to really look at a problem as a problem rather than a question that you will get answer. If you take that approach for learning, I can tell you that you will be much more successful in the corporate world. You may get good marks because ultimately you have to solve the answer. But if you look at the problem like a problem, it will help you. So that's the first part that I would like to talk about. Okay. Second, we all talked about pandemic. Okay, because the world, like we remember earlier also, we used to say that this was the thing, yeah, 2008 tha, yeah, technology, industry 1, industry 2. I think the entire discussion today has become pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. For you, the advantage is that you are post-pandemic student and you will be post-pandemic managers or the workforce that will hit the market. So thanks for being late. I'm sure if you have read the book. So you are late, so you can always start afresh. Where you can see that technology is no more a differentiator, but it's a must-have that you need to adopt. I mean, I'll give you the very basic example of technology, a kind of grassroots which kind of affects me every day. You know, the people who are not willing to change or not learn, student for life, as you talk about, they're really gonna get missed out in life. You're very young. Keep learning as much as you can. Okay. The example that I was referring to is of my driver. Now with my driver, I've been together for 10 years, so there's a lot of trust that we have on each other. I can trust that I can probably sleep, he'll take me home, okay, etc. But off late that I've started worrying is that all of you and I'm sure all of you know how to use Google Maps, no? उसमें तो कोई confusion ही नहीं होता, हम उठे आराम से जो भी direction जानी थी लगाया पहुंच गए. Another, the guy who's not educated is not willing to change. Is not willing to learn. And for me, what I've done is that अच्छा तुझे नहीं आता, ठीक है मैं Google Map लगा के बैठा हूँ, तो गाड़ी चला left हो जा, right हो जा. And then many a times I said that okay, if I'm coming for a session or something, I have to prepare for a meeting before going there. I'm probably being a backseat driver. अच्छा left. अगर मैं भूल गया बीच में तो गाड़ी कहीं और है. And then I said no, this is not going on. So one day I said either I need to change him or I need to upscale him. The choice was difficult, but I thought okay, it's better. Change is much easier. Let me upscale because that's something that I'm giving back to the society. मैंने उसको request करी तो phone ले ले. Because I wanted him to have some interest that he wants to upscale. So if you want to upscale, like in your case, to upscale, you need to join courses, no? Somebody will tell you, okay, do this, do that. But then it is your time, your energy, your research, what you want to do. Which course, which session that you would like to attend. So in his case, it should have been the phone. You invest on the phone. But in his case, zindagi chal rahi hai, main to nahi leta. Ultimately, it was again thing. So I got him the phone. This is the smartphone, start using it. Again, there is a challenge. Now, but with the time, what has happened is that he is becoming much more aware. At least he is getting into WhatsApp. So what I'm talking about is that this change, if this guy is not adapting to this new tech, he would have been replaced. I kept telling him, agar meri transfer hogi to tera kya hoga? The simple answer is just a smile. Probably is thinking koi aur aayega. Somebody will see. But in your case, if you do not follow the technology ahead of time, I'm giving a very basic example, but you can understand in your case, cross-functional knowledge will really play a very important role. Sorry. And finally, one more thing. As I said, I'm going to keep it very short. Mr. Shishir Jaipuria mentioned about data. So the data is almost 21 zettabyte, we said? Zettabyte. Okay. It's huge. In fact, most of us, I'm sure, we consume our data or the source of information is the Google or some immediate impact. More often than not, it is fudge. More often than not, whatever you're trying to see, you will end up doing something else. You should understand the difference how to consume data. In my case, I can only tell you that I try to consume data with what I want to consume, but at the same time, I try to gain knowledge through different, even on the newspaper, on the news that I watch on TV, 1 hour, come what may, because I see that they are not following my history. I search this and tomorrow I'll be only seeing this. Hypothetically, I found 2 things very nice of Elon Musk. Thereafter, I was into Elon Musk's life. I'm not interested. I was only interested what he's doing, what he's done for sustainability, what he's talked about this or that. But I don't want to get into entire part. So this is where I understood no, to consume data and to get right information, we need to choose the right source of information. So for that, we need to be student for life. And it's not a jargon, I'm telling you. Every day we have to learn, every day we have to find something new, which I have actually found it today. Just to close one thing for you guys, Mr. Malhotra talked about very nice puzzle. Okay, and I am, so to say, Madhuri Dixit generation, not Rekha, but still, the ghazal was very favorite of mine. And within that ghazal, which I constantly and many times when I'm down here, where there's a antara, कहिए तो आसमां को ज़मीन पर उतार लाएं, कहिए तो आसमां को ज़मीन पर उतार लाएं, मुश्किल नहीं है कुछ भी अगर ठान लीजिए. So I think that's where I would like to say. But new generation, you can do anything. Your way of thinking is completely different to my way of thinking. We are really looking forward to you guys. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your galvanizing us with genial insights. We feel proud to introduce our alumnus of the batch 2008-10, Mr. Garvit Rastogi, currently working as a manager in Canon India Private Limited and handling B2B segment for enterprise business in North as well as Pan-India. With 12 years of experience and a basket of achievements in sales, he is currently associated with top Fortune 500 companies in India. I request Mr. Garvit Rastogi to please address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
I'm a bit nervous. Thanks, eminent judges, guests, teachers, and my friends. So it's been an honor for me to be here and addressing you all. So it was way back, I think 11 years. I was a part of Jaipur and started my career in this organization. You know, the best thing what you learn in Jaipur is the culture, which I appreciate a lot, and the learning which you get while doing these courses. So started in 2008. So when I joined Jaipur, and coming from a very normally you must be knowing about Allahabad. So it was my first, you can say, leaving my hometown and coming back to the college to attend the college life. So I was a younger sibling in terms of my in my family. So lots of pampering which was happened to me, and when I come to the college, there was lots of apprehensions. How I can manage, how I stay alone. Things was there in my mind. And the best thing what I learned while in the college, the teachers are very helpful. So we were like a privileged student because we were the first batch in the college. So lots of attention which was given to us. Attention doesn't mean the education which normally all the colleges do, but the thing which is important is the other activities, the self motivation, self development. How you manage yourself. Because when you coming out from the college, you obviously you were working for a corporates, big companies. And the thing which you at par from other budding managers is the self motivation and self management. So I give you one my story. What I face a lot the challenge which because in the kind of profile you have ups and downs. So I have one more experience which I would like to share when I joined my company. So obviously I was a fresher in that company and I come from a different background. So first initial stage was very learning phase, and every in the sales people knows that they have some targets and some objectives which you have to achieve. So the first year was just a learning. The second year was obviously there was a setback, and I was gone to the PIP. So PIP, if I tell you in the management terms, it's a performance improvement plan. So this was a point where you have two options: either you have to fight back or you have to leave yourself. So the thing which I have chosen is to fight back. And the why this come up with the mind is because the learning which I have get in my college. I mean, those who are old in Japan knows that we have a lot of research classes, and there are lots of motivation classes which you normally they say to us that how you can cope up with this kind of challenges. So that was a learning, and I found, and I was a first salesperson in my company to visit Japan, and I was awarded with my CEO, Japanese, and that was my first you can say, as a journey in terms of sales. Sales is a, you can say, people know that sales are very tough, but no, sales is a learning curve. Every day is a learning for you, and every time you are meeting different people, different customers, you have learned a lot. Every have a different stories. So am I, and I would congratulate you all because you are joining this college, and I must say that you are on the right path. The guidance what you will get from the teachers and all is impactful, and it will give you an advantage in your career. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you, and wish you great career ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, I just come to know from my faculty that you have amazing singing skills. Can you present us with 2 lines? We'll have it later. We feel proud to introduce another alumnus, Mr. Rohit Pratap Singh, Credit Risk Analyst, Barclays, Noida. Responsible for credit underwriting decisions and mitigating all possibilities of financial and reputational risk to the SME business, Sir is expert in preventing loss through identifying fraudulent applications whilst adhering to service level agreements. I now request Mr. Rohit Pratap Singh to please address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's been a huge privilege for me to speak in front of future managers. And I would like to thank the institute who gave me this opportunity to speak. A couple of weeks back, the college got in touch with me and asked whether I could give this speech or not. I agreed, and then I quite occupied with my office stuff and my personal works. A few days back, I suddenly realized that I had to prepare myself for this speech, something that I have never did before. So I started drawing inspiration from my predecessors. I started recalling my guest lecture, what our chief guest said when we were at the first day of the college. And trust me, I couldn't remember anything. In a sense, it gave me a hope that even if I mess up my speech today, you won't remember it. Well, so of course that was not the source of inspiration which I could use. So what I did, what I thought that everyone would do, I Googled it, and I got more than 400 results. Of course, I have office works to do and personal works to do as well. So that wasn't the source which I could use. So what I did, I thought would be more sensible. I asked my friends, my colleagues, and the common refrain that I got from everyone is, why don't you speak about your journey? Why don't you speak about your learning? So I'll try to do the same today. Let me take you back in the year 2016 when I joined Jaipur. The college was quite different. The college was less green. However, many things are very similar now. As I said before, I don't remember whatever our chief guest said, but something that I distinctly remember, it was my first day in the classroom, and the subject my professor was taking was Marketing Management 1, and the book he was holding court law. And the very first thing he said, student, always remember one thing, customer is king. You know, he said it in a very succinct way. He has one style of saying things. So We were just fresh graduates, few of our classmates were engineers. We couldn't really understand that what he's trying to say. But let me tell you today, after working for almost 4 years in the corporate, that customer is indeed the king. We have to have the process at our organization where we get a chance to interact with new joiners and everyone. So one thing I always try to drill in them, that always remember one thing, that the customer is indeed the king. Why I am saying this to you? Not to tell you that customer is indeed the king, but to tell you that there is a lot of knowledge, there is a lot of value in our teachers, in our textbooks, which is being provided to us. So don't look at the education just for getting marks, but try to look at the value which is being provided to you. The other thing that I want to share with you, I have been fortunate to work with some real giants in the financial services space. And the very one thing that I find common in everyone is deep earning to keep on learning. Now they have a their own open mindset of learning things. So don't only look at the wisdom which is being provided to you, but try to build some learning mindset, because that will help you to grow a lot more in the corporate life. The other thing that I want to share with you, it is about one of the subject that we didn't pay attention to. So, when we were in the second year and few of us went towards finance, few of us went towards marketing, few choose HR. So we used to have this big debate that which subject is more interesting. So we never come to an agreement that which is more interesting, but something on one ground on which we all agreed upon is organizational behavior is the subject. Maybe you call it managing people or something like that. It is the subject which is of no use. But let me tell you today, we were stupid. We were plain wrong. You may be a technically very sound, but if you don't know how to manage people, you can do nothing. You may be a top-notch financial analyst. You may be a top-notch marketeer. If you don't know how to convince your boss that your idea deserves merit, if you don't know how to convince win-win with your customers, you will never succeed. So it's not just IQ, it's EQ, which is more important in the corporate life. So this is what COVID taught us. The another learning that I want to share with you, that was not actually inside the classroom, that was outside the classroom. So we used to get a lot of projects, assignments, doing teamworks all together. And everyone has the focus on one thing, the outcome, get an A. But let me tell you today, getting an outcome was not more important. What was more important was the entire journey of getting that work done. Working with people, working in groups, achieving the results. So you can never be an island. You have to work with people. Unless and until you work in a team, it will not help you much to grow more. So you have to be a team player, and this is one of the aspects that every corporates look in the candidates. And the last but not the least, I want to share is please have fun. Enjoy these 2 years, each and every moment. Try to grab each and opportunity that college gives you. Enjoy each and every moment. You will make some of your best friends over here who will stand always by your side, be it your good times, be it your bad times. but enjoy. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience with us. With this, the day one of the orientation cum induction program has perfectly plowed the seeds of the victory and excavated the majestic pillars of perseverance. Thank you everyone for creating such miraculous memories with your benign presence. I extend my heartfelt welcome to respective dignitaries to present memento to our eminent personalities of the day. May I request our Honorable Chairman, sir, to please felicitate Mr. Rajesh Bora with the memento as a token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. I now request Shri Vinod Malhotra sir to please felicitate Mr. Vijay Sardana with a memento as a token of remembrance. Thank you, sir. May I now request Director General Sir to please felicitate Mr. Garvid Rastogi with a memento as a token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. I now request Dean Sir to please felicitate Mr. Rohit Pratap Singh with a memento as a token of appreciation. Now, I would like to invite Professor Saloni Chitkara, Chairperson PGTM, to please propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Ayushi. You've been very wonderful. So I think I am the only hurdle left between you and your lunch, which is waiting for you all. So you all have to wait for just 2 minutes for that. So on behalf of Jaipuriya School of Business, Ghaziabad, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for the inaugural session of Prarambh Orientation cum Induction Program. First and foremost, I would like to take the opportunity to thank our management, Shishir Jaipuriya sir. We really feel blessed to have you among us today. Thank you so much, sir, for having coming here. Thanks for believing in us and supporting us in every nooks and corners to make every event successful at JSP. A big round of applause. Our sincere thanks to our mentor, our guiding force, Shri Vinod Malhotra ji, to enlighten our students with your knowledge and presence. So it is always a pleasure listening to you. Thank you so much. My sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Dr. Vijay Sardana, for gracing today's occasion. Thank you, sir, for your support. And my special thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Rajesh Bora, for gracing today's session. So we are all inspired by the words which you have been sharing, and I'm sure the knowledge gathered by the students today will bring a strong foundation for their future. Thank you so much, sir. I also like to thank all the dignitaries who have come here from the corporate office and the school. We are really thankful for your esteemed presence over here. Thank you so much, everyone. Great leaders don't tell you what to do. They show you how it's done. And that is shown by our leader, Dr. Rajiv Thakur, Director General JSP. So you groom us all. I take this platform to appreciate and say thank you, sir, for always guiding and mentoring us. Thank you so much. One special thanks to our Dean Academics, Professor Tapan Kumar Nayak, from the bottom of our heart for his unconditional support and guidance with regards to any and every situation here. Thanks to all the core committee members, conveners, co-conveners, faculty members, staff members for their meticulous planning and execution to make this event a huge success. A big round of applause. I'd also like to thank the administration and IT department for their complete support throughout the session. And yes, the next big thank you to all my student coordinators of second year who, apart from their SIP studies, have really worked hard and tried to make this happen. Thank you so much. And I would also like to thank our alumni, Mr. Garvik and Mr. Rohit. Sir, you have been really great. We were really blessed to have you here. So you are our students only, so I'd like to thank you for that. Last but not the least, thanks to each one of the audience who are sitting over here. You should have a big round of applause for yourself for being such a wonderful. Thanks for the national anthem. Thank you.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे भारत माता की जय।
I think now we'll all break for lunch, and the students are requested